Hi y'all, you're going to have to forgive me today for this learning soundbite because the allergens are just terrible in Austin. But if you'll bear with me, we'll go ahead and get this done today. Really? Have I established my credibility by starting out by apologizing? Okay, granted, in all honesty, the allergens are terrible in Austin today. You probably can hear a little bit of that in my voice. But when I start my presentation and I tell you I don't feel good, or I'm speaking and I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about, or I apologize, I'm inviting the audience to check out. And what does the audience do? They grab their iPhone, they grab their iPad, they grab their laptop, and what's going through their mind is, this is going to be a complete waste of my time. So here's another possibility. Got your attention, didn't I? Once again, this is such an incredibly outdated technique. No longer when we say to start strong in a presentation, we're not asking you to use gimmicks. We're simply asking you to start powerfully, to start professionally, and get your audience engaged right at the very beginning. So today, I'm going to share tips on how to start strong and how to end strong with your presentations. Because the bottom line is there's a lot of research on a concept called primacy and a concept called recency, which points out that's what your audiences are going to remember. So let me share with you 4 different ways that you can start strong. Now, I am a huge fan of extemporaneous speaking. So it should not be typed out. Responses should not be memorized. It should be spontaneous. However, when you are planning your introduction, give some thought to it. Don't memorize it, but start strong. The first way to do that, make a statement. Just start. Don't slide into it. Today we're going to talk about, you've already lost your audience. Just say what you're going to say and do it. Get started. Second tip for starting strong is ask a question. Now, I see this incredibly overused. However, it's a great way to engage your audience. So what do we think about X? Get your audience thinking from the very beginning. A couple of tricks on asking questions. First of all, they have to be really clear and short. Your audience has to understand why you're asking the question, and they have to engage with it. Other things about questions is don't use them repeatedly or your audience gets bored. So that's tip number 2. Third thing that you can start strong is use media. I've seen a lot of people use a really great photo to start things off. They use a great song. They use a movie clip that's very, very short. But here's the trick when you use media. It has to work. It has to work perfectly. Your audience will not forgive you if you say, oh, the internet connection is down. I had this really cool picture I was going to show you. Sorry. Your audience is not very forgiving of technical difficulties. We actually expect strong starts. We expect the media to work. The fourth and final tip that I'll give you about how to start strong is don't undermine your own strong start. Like what I did a while ago, starting out by saying allergies are bad. The bottom line is your audience is probably going to hear a little bit of that allergen in your voice. Or if you feel horrible, there are times that you just fake it. You absolutely have to present that solid front to get your audience to engage with you. And then the bottom line is, if you really are too sick to speak, I would suggest you cancel or you find someone to substitute for you because those strong starts matter so much. So now let's move into how we end strong. That's it. I am shocked at how many times people just stop their presentations. And as an audience member, I know you've been in this situation. It's this awkward feeling of, are they done? Are they not? Be kind to your audience. Not only tell them when you're done, but also tell them what you just told them. So my first trick here is recap your organization. So for example, today I would say we've talked about how to start strong and we've talked about how to end strong. But don't just stop there. This is where you have an opportunity to really use that research that we have on recency. That's the last thing your audience will remember as they're leaving. Capitalize on it. So there's a couple of different ways to do that. One way is to bookend your presentation. So I could literally bookend. So let's say I was trying to convince people to move from books to posting things in the cloud. Then I could use a gimmick because it's very related. At the end, I could end by saying, we're not going to need these anymore. We're going to post things up to the cloud. It's going to be a lot more efficient, and you can download things on your own time. That bookends that presentation. The final way I'm actually going to demonstrate by ending this soundbite today. And that is you want to both recap what you did and give them some type of a call to action. So today we've talked about starting strong, how important that is, and ending strong. What I would like for each and every one of you to do is for the presentations, meetings, and lectures that you hear all during this day and tomorrow, I want you to make notes. How are they starting? How are they ending? I want you to learn from their mistakes, but probably even more important, I want you to walk away with 3 things that you're going to try the next time to help you start strong and end strong.